Hi, this is Jen Vandermeer, Tech Titans for Busy People, now with Microsoft Edition. As Elon Musk distracts us with his acquisition of Twitter, the Tech Titans are all planning to suck us into the metaverse. At the same time, they've reached their limits of growth and they no longer trade as a monolith. They're also the top spending lobbyists, so I like to pay attention to user behavior and financial reports. What they do, not just what they say. What did Apple do? They're still the superstar, up 9% to an all-time record. iPhone, Mac services, best quarters ever. Services is up 17% to 19.8 billion, with businesses like Apple Store, Apple TV, Apple Music, cloud services, undisclosed advertising, and 825 million paid subscriptions on the platform. Oh, and the overachiever also got an Oscar, not an Emmy, for their film Coda. They're making their own chips these days. The M1 powered iPads and iMacs are drawing record sales. What's amazing is that more than half the sales are from customers who are new to Apple. They did say in the future they will be squeezed by supply problems and may take a $4 billion to $8 billion hit. So who's next up as running mate overachiever? I have added Microsoft because they have fully transformed themselves from legacy crap software oligarch into agile, shape-shifting tech giant. While Apple killed it, Microsoft delivered a controlled, upside surprise type quarter from their delicious revenue mix, a well-balanced portfolio of some of the most interesting plays in tech, from Azure to the recent acquisition of Activision and their prominence in games and industrial metaverse applications. For reals, happening today, not in the future, not like this guy. Okay, Meta Facebook, we love to hate you, but we can't tear ourselves away. Here is the world, and here is the world on Meta. 3.64 billion people using your apps monthly, and they're not quitting yet. We're flat in the US, and EU's on the decline, but the rest of the world keeps sucking up your wonderful services. Revenues might be getting painful still. You could hear it in Zuckerberg's tone. He's still upset about Apple locking him out of privacy issues, and he's also going to be reining in his metaverse spend to keep in line with the current business model, which for the foreseeable future is advertising and its nice margins and this new ad format Reels, which means they're going to build the AI discovery engine, and your Instagram feed will start to look a lot like TikTok. At the same time, they've got to figure out how to be a product company, and they promised things like eye tracking and face tracking software, so your avatar can make eye contact and facial expressions to dramatically improve your sense of presence. What? He really put this stuff out in the year 2030, so hold your breath for Meta. Lots of fun things in store. And these companies reveal such fascinating comparative religions in their earnings calls, but Alphabet is very much living in the here and now, and it's, well, okay. They're supposed to be the high flyer outperformer, but they did hit some headwinds. They had a downside miss on earnings from their CFO, who knows what she's doing. She's from Wall Street. You don't just miss like that. Revenue was up. Nothing really smashing here outside of cloud. Despite YouTube sucking the last remaining joy out of every teen in between moments they are not on TikTok, revenue from YouTube disappointed. These little short-form videos for both Facebook and Google are just not growing as fast. They're new to the game. And now, for the flop, ending on a super low note. Stock is down 10% after the close, a bleak forecast and slowest growth since the dot-com bust. While revenue was up, that is a massive earnings miss. Why? Costs way up. To delivery speed, get back up to pre-pandemic levels, inflation, haul rates, point of origin costs, Ukraine, doubling the cost of a shipping container, fuel's up. Everything is up. Meanwhile, net profit is down, and free cash flow, Amazon's KPI, has not been trending well, as the company eats itself to keep prices low during inflationary and other costly turbulence. Employee growth is finally flat as Amazon is admitted to overreaching capacity on labor in a very hard-to-predict environment. And then, of course, more internal costs coming from things like this. Here in New York City, the first union in America for Amazon planning to negotiate a contract for higher wages, and winning this event on the same day CEO Jassi's $212 million pay package was disclosed in a regulatory filing. All different, very different stories of what's actually going on behind the scenes for the tech titans. Where will they trend next? This is Jen Vandermeer.